So there are people out there right now who have questions about the future of Cardano and ADA. And I think it's important that we have this adult conversation about what the future of Cardano and ADA looks like. And I just have to say, I really don't think that what the SEC is doing right now is going to have much impact on Cardano or ADA, period. All right. Just so you know, right now, there has been no lawsuit filed against Cardano or ADA. Neither of them are being attacked at this point. All that has been done is they've been named as a potential security. Okay. When we look at what the SEC has done recently in terms of coming after coins as securities, they haven't had much success. Okay. Most recently, we can look at the Library case. Now, if you guys weren't familiar, they had a lawsuit against Library and it went to a summary judgment. Now, Library did end up losing that case, but I will say, however, if we look at what happened after, the SEC actually came out and said that Library, the token, was in fact not a security. And that's what they had been alleging that whole time. Even after they won the case, they came out after the fact and said that. When we look at now what they're doing, they're coming after Ripple. Obviously, that case is been playing out for quite some time, 2 years, in fact, over 2 years. And it's now in a summary judgment as well. Now, in the event that the SEC does end up winning this case, which I don't think they're going to, I think actually things are boding very well for Ripple based on what I've seen. They'll likely come out again and say that XRP is in fact not a security. This actually bodes very well for many of the cases that may follow, or maybe the lack of cases. Because if they have this pattern of, even though they win, even if the parent company did some things that weren't on the up and up, right, or didn't follow securities laws, what you have to remember is that the tokens themselves are getting classified as not securities. And that's the big deal here, is a question of whether crypto is in fact a security or not. When we look at ADA, realistically, based on the verbiage in these Hinman documents, based on some of the outlook of the SEC as far as decentralized networks go, the token ADA, in fact, should not be a security. That's why I think right now, a lot of this drop that we've seen from 40 cents down to 25 cents, I think is a little bit overblown. I think this creates a huge opportunity. If you're going to give me a almost 50% discount on something that fundamentally hasn't changed from a few weeks back to now, I will absolutely take that. First of all, I do have to say that I don't think they should be coming after governance tokens in the first place, because realistically, they perform a function on these networks. When you look at ETH on Ethereum, when you look at ADA on Cardano, when you look at Matic on Polygon, all these coins, they have a function on the network, regardless of whether they're centralized or not. Obviously, Cardano is decentralized and it's becoming more decentralized by the day. But when it comes to that, they perform a function on the network. They're necessary for the network function. When we look at all these exchanges that they're coming after, what you have to remember is that's not real crypto. Okay. That is a centralized entity. That's a Web 2 service. Okay. It's just like if you're on, TD Ameritrade, for example, it's not the same thing. They can come after exchanges all they want, but guess what? That shouldn't impact crypto, because it doesn't change what crypto is or how it functions or the original reason that it was created. Those are just essentially middlemen that are creating an opportunity for themselves and providing service for easier trading, right? So when it comes to the future of crypto, I'm extremely bullish. I think that when we look at the conclusion of this Ripple versus SEC case, I think it's going to provide a lot of clarity for the entire industry. If they end up winning or if they end up losing, but the SEC comes out and says that XRP is not a security, I think that's a big win for the industry, because again, it sets a pattern, it sets a precedent and a roadmap for all these other places or coins or chains that are being come after. It sets a roadmap for them to follow. And it in fact means that there is groundwork in place for them to be labeled as not securities. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I don't think this impacts the future of Cardano as well. If anything, I think it makes it brighter, because Cardano and ADA have been resilient before. This is the toughest test I think that we've faced so far. But I believe that we're going to come out on this other side looking fantastic. And by that time, again, more decentralization, more opportunities created and launched by the development team of IOG, right? And there's going to be tons of development and growth by the community at that time as well. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely show your support below. Have a great rest of your day, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Take care.